Good morning, preschool story time. I'm glad you're here again. I've got a couple more stories for you. There's some oldies but goodies. I really love these stories. I've read them again and again, and I hope you enjoy them too. This is Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. I knew cows could give milk, but I did not know that cows could type. There we go. I'll get my glasses on so I can see these, you guys. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. At first he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type, impossible. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Cheeky cows, It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets? No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike, and they left this note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. Oh boy. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown, and in the background he heard them. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. You think they're going to get their electric blankets? Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. That's his job, right? Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. I wonder what's going to happen. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning, and he handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. So, if he gives them the electric blanket, then this whole typewriter business is over, right? Let's see. Oh, look how happy they are with their electric blankets. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. His problems are over, I think, don't you? The next morning he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack, click, clack, quack, clickety, clack, quack. Oh, poor Farmer Brown. They got it, didn't they? They didn't even have to hold eggs hostage, I don't think. So, Cows That Type to Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. This is by Lindley Dodd, and she's one of my very favorite authors. I really like the books that are written by Lindley Dodd and Harry McClary. I mean, look how cute, right? So, out of the gate and off for a walk went Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. And Hercules Morse, as big as a horse, with Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Bottomly pots covered in spots, Hercules Morse, as big as a horse, and Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Muffin McClay, like a bundle of hay, bottomly pots covered in spots, Hercules Morse, as big as a horse, and Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Bitzer Maloney, all skinny and bony, Muffin McClay, like a bundle of hay, bottomly pots covered in spots, Hercules Morse, as big as a horse, and Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Schnitzel von Krumm with a very low tum, Bitzer Maloney, all skinny and bony, Muffin McClay, like a bundle of hay, bottomly pots covered in spots, Hercules Morse, as big as a horse, and Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. With tails in the air, they trotted on down past the shops and the park to the far end of town. They sniffed at the smells and they snooped at each door, when suddenly, out of the shadows, they saw Scarface Claw, the toughest Tom in town. "Yow!" said Scarface Claw. Off with a yowl and a wail and a howl, a scatter of paws and a clatter of claws, went Schnitzel von Krumm with a very low tum, Bitzer Maloney, all skinny and bony, Muffin McClay, like a bundle of hay, bottomly pots covered in spots, Hercules Morse, as big as a horse, and Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Straight home to bed. Can you imagine all those dogs being scared of one little cat, even if it is Scarface Claw? Well, I'm glad you guys came to Storytime today, and I hope you're reading and logging your books in on Beanstack. Because every time you log a book in, or you watch a YouTube video and you answer the little questions on Beanstack about that, you get a ticket for our grand prize. Oh, next video I'll show you the grand prize. It's really fantastic. And so you better tune in next time so that you can see what you got going for you, right? All right, let's do our ending. Tickle the stars, tickle your toes, turn around and tickle your nose. Reach way down low, reach way up high. Story time's over, so wave bye-bye. Bye, guys. See you next week.